Are you having problems making your designs look realistic on your ornaments? Because either they have a full background like this one and the hole is disappearing, or you're just not sure that you're aware of all of your options for getting your designs on your ornaments. In today's video, we're going to go over 5 ways that you can get your design on your ornaments. Number 1, the first one is just to pull it over with a transparent background. So let's say this is your design. You would download it with a transparent background and you would just place it on your mockup. And for the most part, it looks great when you do this. The only issue is when you have a full background design. This is what I do for the majority of my ornament designs, and they look realistic. I know some people will go in here and lower the transparency so that it looks more realistic. Personally, I like to keep mine at 100. I think it's going to make the customer convert more, and I do not get complaints about the final product looking not as good as the mock-up. Number 2, put a frame on the ornament. So you would come over here to Elements and type in circle frame, and you would drag it over where the circle is. And then when you go to upload your ornament, it'll just pop right into that frame. You can set this up on all of your ornaments, and then when you come over here to upload your artwork, just drag it over and it will pop into those frames. Number 3, put a frame, cut out the hole and cord in Canva. So let's say this is your design and it's problematic because you can't see the hole. And for whatever reason, you don't want to do it as a smart object, or maybe you can't because this mock-up didn't have a smart object with it. What I do in this case is I grab the mock-up image and I copy and paste it, and then I go to background remover. I click on background remover again. I go to restore and I restore everything around the hole in the cord to make sure nothing was deleted. I go to erase everything around the space I'm working with, and then I zoom in, make my brush size 1, keep it on eraser, and zoom all the way in. And then I meticulously go around the edges of the cord right here and the hole. I would go slower than this. And then when I have it how I want it, I make the brush a bit bigger and erase everything else. So I'm only keeping the hole and the cord that's above the design. And then click the X and it'll show up right there. And then I pull it to where it's supposed to be on the ornament, and I crop it in so that I can easily change the image behind it. And I usually hit the lock button so it locks. Now this one is not perfect. I should have gone slower, but that's the idea. So you would have this on top of your design, and then it looks more realistic. And you can also come over here to Elements, type in highlighter marker stroke, and you'll be able to find this one. And you can turn it white and make it smaller and lower the opacity on it quite a bit, probably down to like 20. And then place it around the edges. And it's not going to be perfect, but if you do this on multiple sides of it, when someone's just scrolling on their phone, let's say that you have an ornament that fills the entire space in the background, this will make it look more three-dimensional by having these little highlights added onto it. I should have had a frame on this one. Let's go to circle frame. Sometimes to position your frame correctly, you'll just need to lower the opacity a bit and work with it until it's as close as you can get it. And then I would position it back behind that hole that I cut out. Increase the opacity, and then you can double click if you need to make your artwork larger inside of that frame. And then you add the highlights on top, and you have a fast way inside of Canva to drag and drop your designs, regardless if they have a full background or not. You can do the same thing in Photopea if you want to be more meticulous with it. So let's say that you want to cut out the hole in the cord over here in Photopea. I would upload it to Photopea, go ahead and drag it down here to a new layer so you duplicate it. I like to click on the background, lock it, and then turn the eyeball off and work with layer 1. So if I mess up anything, I still have that background layer. So on layer 1, I'm going to zoom in. Over here on the left, I'm going to select the lasso select or the polygon lasso tool, probably the polygon one. Zoom in super close. This is going to allow you to get a lot more detailed than what Canva allows for. And then you're just going to start going around the edge of the ornament, the edge of the cord and the hole. If you mess something up, you can just click backspace and it will backspace what you just did. Okay, and when I get out here to when I'm done, I'm just going to connect the two ends. I'm going to click on select inverse and backspace to get rid of everything except for that selection. And then I'm going to go to File, Export as PNG, save it to my computer, and then pull it over here. If you need to, go ahead and move that frame out of the way so that you're not trying to drag right on top of it. And then again, I'm just going to crop in, pull my frame back, and now I have a more precise version of what I was trying to do inside of Canva. The last one is rendering it as a smart object. So let's say you purchase it on Etsy, it has a PSD file with it, then just go to Photopea, File, Open up the Photoshop document. And they usually have instructions over here on the layers panel for you to follow. So it says delete this layer, so I'm going to click the eye. I'm going to double click on this square. It's going to open up another tab. I'll go to File, Open in Place, and select my artwork. Your artwork should be 2000 by 2000 or a square, so it should fit perfectly. This one I downloaded from a 4000 by 3000, so it's a little bit off. But I'm going to place it where I need it, hit the check mark, go to File, Save Smart Object, and then it's over here on my ornament. Now let's say that I need to make it a bit smaller. I could come back over here, click the selection tool up here, the little arrow, make it smaller, reposition it however I need it, and hit the check mark again, and File, Save Smart Object. And then when I have it how I want it, I would go to File, Export as PNG. This can be really useful for you when you have a full background design, because it gives you the highlights that you were just not able to achieve using the Canva highlighter little elements. It's going to look a lot more realistic. So for that reason, what I'm personally doing is on my designs that are like this, that are not full background, I just drag them into frames. And then the designs that are full background, I'm rendering them via Photoshop objects, via smart objects in Photoshop, but you can use Photopea as well. I do have the bulk mockup tool. I haven't tried to use it yet. I'm going to try to, but as of right now, this is the plan. I hope that was helpful for you guys. As a reminder, if you want to join the channel membership, it's $5 a month. You get early access to videos, design, shop, and listing photo audits, and access to our private Slack channel where you can DM me or I can contact you in order to give you the feedback. And then also you'll just have a community of POD sellers that you can collaborate with or bounce ideas off of.